Oh no, you guys can still see my stuff. Don't look! Okay, it's gone. I have to fix this camera angle. I keep... I'll do it later. When later, inevitably comes and passes and I don't do it, I'll do it later. Whatever. Alright! Okay. Congrats on first, Hannah. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Yellow. Thank you for logging in. What the fuck? Oh, Shadow, you spooked me. Thank you for logging in, Guinness. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for logging in, Nira. How are you guys? How are you doing today? Hi, Malware. How are you? What? You're so upset. Nim. Nim. Yeah, is that what the Shadow says? Shadow go mim. Okay, how are you? I'm, like, slow this morning. I'm clunky. I'm slow AF. Maybe I should have gotten coffee. Maybe I should do that. I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be right back. Hannah, you're in charge. I'll be back. It'll take me like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I got coffee. Oh, Yellow, you poor bean. You were up. You were not here for my disappearance. It's just so sad. What do you mean? I can still hear your voice. Y'all, I think the reason I'm so janked today is because the weather is a little... It is cloudy and kind of cold, which is different from how it's been. It's summer and it's cloudy and cold. But I digress. So today we're not doing a whole lot. I'm sorry for those of you who have been waiting for main gameplay. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. But I have art. But I have art I have to do. So we're gonna do that. But I still have clips posting on my other socials. So if you follow me there, you can find my story times. I don't know. I think today is a story time. Maybe it's a clip. I don't remember. I have some things I've posted. But yes, so I'm gonna start doodling and we can chill and yap and talk. Bloop. Yes. Alright. So, and then I have more music to listen to. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Do. Sorry. Alright. Alright? Alright? Alright. Ooh, the art on this is really pretty. Anyway. Is that okay? Acceptable ranges? Hey! I thought I was dead. You can't put a dead person in a box. I'll drink water, I guess. Wait a minute. Yeah, this one works. Perfect. People do put dead people in a box. A coffin is a form of box. Me. Don't we literally— shut up, all of you, shut up. Listen. Today is not the day. You seeing how long it's taken me to get my shit together? I don't need this. I don't need this attitude. Nira, what are you doing over there? Get over here. Nira's watching for children. He's on the light post. Yeah. Nira's trying to make sure that we don't have any unsavory visitors in YouTube. Which, by the way, after Nira did some research, it is true. You cannot ban people on YouTube, but you can hide them. But unlike Twitch, YouTube does not prevent you from watching the person who's hiding you stuff, which is wild. That's not okay. No, it's not! But I guess technically I could just say I've done all I can do. I mean, I looked into it, my mods looked into it. What else can I do, you know? Multi-streaming is good for reach, though, which is why it's like, fuck. How are you? I'm here. How are you, Malware? We're chilling. We're making art stuff today. I tell you what, I feel like I don't have any brain cells anymore. I feel like they're gone. Like I've been spending all of my extra spoons on doing all the stuff that has to be done this week. I have a week before Art Fight, and I have today and tomorrow before I have to go get my GIF, and I feel very badly prepared. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. My goodness. Speaking of my GIF, I have another story to tell all of you. I don't know if you know this one, Hannah. You may not. You may not. I don't know if Nira knows this one either. I don't know how many of my friends I've told this. But, so, the first time Hearst ever came to visit was back around 4 years ago. It was shortly after we first started dating. It was about a month in, right? And I flew, or no, she flew out here, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have you meet my family and my grandparents, and we're gonna see how it goes, right? And so I took her up to my grandparents' house, and I was having her talk to my grandpa, because, I don't know, I wanted to get to know my grandparents. My grandparents are a very important part of my life growing up, so I'm very proud of them as grandparents, so I'm like, this is my family, come look at them. Anyway, I digress. So, we were walking around in my grandparents' backyard looking at all the flowers and vegetables and stuff that they grow, and this might be a little hard to picture, but there is the back of the house, and then there's a big concrete patio, and then there's a drop, and then there's a wooden patio, and then it drops again, and then it's the yard. Okay, and this concrete patio comes up probably like 1.5 feet, almost. And we were walking around with my grandpa talking, and I was just telling him, like, okay, I'm gonna go back in the house. And my girlfriend and my grandpa were right behind me, and I fucking biffed it. I went to step up on the concrete and missed my step, and almost fucking face planted on the concrete patio. But me, I was like, no, I can't take this L. I can't be this embarrassed in front of my new girlfriend. And so I tripped and I scrambled to try to get to my feet before I planted on the fucking concrete. And then I tripped again, and I landed on my knees and on my hands, and I fucked up my knee pretty bad. And behind me, my grandpa and my girlfriend were sitting there like, like trying not to trying not to laugh at me, because in my efforts to not embarrass myself, I had done it 3 times over. I would almost get up and then, like, I would launch myself forward, scrambling to try to get upright, and I landed on my fucking knees anyway. And then, it happened again. But this time, it was, I want to say, her second visit. Her second visit, I came outside. I went outside into the garage, and my house is connected to my garage, but there's steps that lead from the house to the garage. And when I walked out of the back door to get into the garage, I had socks on, which I realized was a stupid decision, and my foot slipped on the steps, and I fell on my ass and slid down the steps. And I don't know if I had twisted something or if I had jacked myself up. I had to have fucked up my ankle, because I remember laying there on the floor and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I texted my girlfriend and I was like, hey, can you come out here and come help me? And she's like, what happened? What's the matter with you? I'm like, I fell and I can't get up. She's like, what? I said, just come out here, please. And so she gets up and she opens the back door and she sees me laying at the bottom of the stairs in the garage. And I'm like, help, I can't get up. And she tries not to laugh. And she's like picking my ass up off of the ground. And she's like, what did you do? I'm like, I don't know. I slipped and now I can't walk. And she carried me back in the house and took me upstairs. And we thought that I had maybe broken a toe or something for a little while. But I was fine. Ultimately, I was fine. So, it had been a meme in our relationship for a little while. It hasn't happened in the last visits that she's done, but it became a meme in our relationship for a little while that I couldn't... What the fuck was that all about? That I couldn't stand on my own. That I was just so weak in the knees whenever she was around. Beanie, are you throwing a tantrum because I'm doing something that isn't paying attention to you right now? Why are you freaking out? You knocked this over. This is your fault. You goob? Are you done? You want out? Hi, Beans. You're a weirdo. Just like your mom, though, to be fair. To be fair! I'm glad it stopped happening, at least. I became extra careful of ledges when I was around Hearst after that. I was like, there's no way. I can't let this keep happening. And fun fact, after I slipped down on the garage stairs, I have noticed that I have tried to do that a couple more times. So I'm very careful about going down the garage stairs now, too. Very careful about going down the stairs. That's it. That's my story of the day. Literally, seeing Hearst made me weak in the knee. She's good to me, though. I promise. I promise. So actually, my threshold into the bathroom was like 2 to 3 inches high. When I first visited Robin, I constantly tripped over thresholds at doors because I'm used to it being empty on the floor. The threshold in the bathroom is like 2 to 3 inches high. Why is that, you think? Is that how it is just in Norway houses? Oops. Every place I've seen, there's thresholds. Interesting. That's an interesting nugget of information to have. Spam? Telemarket is calling me. No, no, yeah, bye. No, no door here. Bye. They're usually not that high, though. No, that's fair. That's fair. No brain cells for you. Yeah, no. So I told Hannah this story. We're going to get my girlfriend over the weekend, right? We're gonna grab her and bring her back to my home state. She's moving in with us. And my mom's stepsister, so I guess she'd be my step aunt. We went to my grandparents' house for Father's Day. And we happened to be there the same time that my step aunt was there. And she was talking about her kids and everything. And my grandma turned to me and she was like, "So are you ready for your trip?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'm a little nervous. I've never had somebody in my space before, so it'll be a new experience, right?" And my step aunt looked at me and was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I was like, well, up to this point, she kind of didn't really acknowledge that I was sitting there. So I was like, I'm going to Arizona to go get my GIF. And she was like, she gave this look. She had this like, she's like, and she's like, "Staying up here permanently?" And my mom and I were like, "Yeah." And my mom was like, "She's really nice and she's good to Neon." And my stepaunt was like, "I don't know about that." And so afterwards, after he left, I looked at my mom and I was like, "Did you catch that? Like, there was a look there, right?" She goes, "Oh yeah, no, that was a look. There was a look. That was a look." And I was like, why do you think that was?" She goes, "Well, I don't know if it was because of the gay. I don't know if it was because of the trip. I don't know if it was because of the moving in, but like there was definitely a look there." And I was like, "Huh, weird." Because of the gay. And my mom was like, "But a lot of the time I feel like when you tell people that you're gay, they're always shocked because you don't look gay." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And mom was like, "You don't have like the short hair and the tattoos and like the gay look." And I was like, "That's not gay, that's butch." And she was like, "Oh, well, you don't look like that." I was like, "Okay." So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my family is weirded out by the fact that I'm gay, but it certainly seems to be that way. Flawless logic, mom. She just thinks that's why people might be shocked to find out that I'm gay. It's because I don't look it. I don't look gay, therefore I cannot be. I can look gay. Oh, sorry, let me just audio moment. Spam calls always show up when I'm waiting for job interview results. It's because they sell your information! But yeah. Ooh, and I have another story, actually, for you guys. I have another story. Should I talk about this story? Because my uncle follows my content. Maybe I'll wait. I gotta save it. I gotta save it for later. Do it, cow. Alright, fine. So, my aunt and my uncle, I don't know if I've talked about them on my stream before, but my aunt and my uncle are very, very, like, hardcore Christian values. A little bit, I would say a little bit into the bag of cult, a little bit. They are Trump followers. And and he follow, I know, believe me, I know. Anyway, so, keep that in mind. So my mom went over to visit my aunt, relatively recently, and my aunt said something to my mom about like, "Well, you know, I wish that I could be more of a part of your kids' lives. Like, I feel bad that I wasn't there for them as they were growing up." And my mom was like, "It's very hard for my kids, especially like Neon in particular, to want to talk to you or be around you when your values are so different." And my aunt was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Well," she's like, "Well, Neon is she has a trans girlfriend, and she has friends who are femboys, and she has friends who are non-binary and gender fluid and all this other stuff, pansexual, gay. She is gay. And my aunt was like, oh, how can she be gay if she's with a trans woman? Because, you know, they don't, yeah. And so my mom was like, it's because her girlfriend she identifies as a woman, and that's how it works. She goes, I don't even truly understand it myself, but I love my kids, and I am willing to support them no matter what. Like, the people that they're with are treating them well, then I don't care who they are or what they are, or if they're a woman or man or trans or whatever, right? And so my aunt was like, oh, well, I mean, I don't mind, like, having conversations about that. My aunt said this. She said, I don't mind having conversations about that, but, you know, if I'm gonna be open to what she's saying, then I want her to be open to what I'm saying. And my mom was like, well, it's not that simple. It's like, if you, she told my mom that if my girlfriend and I were ever in her home or around her, that she wouldn't want us to show any kind of affection to each other because it would make her uncomfortable, and it goes against her beliefs. And so my mom was like, but that would be like if somebody told you you weren't allowed to express your faith. Like, that is such a core part of who you are as a person. It would not be fair to Neon and her girlfriend to ask them to not show affection for one another just because it made you uncomfortable. And my mom was like, oh, okay. And I guess, like, something came up, like, my mom was like, well, I'm friends with so-and-so, and she practices, like, Wiccan and stuff like that, and my mom was like, yeah, Neon is like, getting into, like, paganism and tarot cards and believes in saging the house and stuff like that, and my aunt was like, oh. It's like, that's the thing, right? It's like, all of this stuff that she's not okay with, she's finding out. I am big into, like, I want to learn witchcraft, I want to pick it up, I am mega gay, I am anti-MAGA, like, very lefty leaning, like, and it's just like, I'm sorry that our beliefs cause, like, issues, but my bottom line is, like, and maybe this is cruel to say, but, like, I feel like if I can see that there's no point in changing your mind, I don't see a purpose in an open dialogue about this kind of stuff, because it just feels like it's gonna be a waste of my time and breath. Like, and that's not to be an asshole, like, that's just how I feel. It just seems like we could go back and forth for hours, but there's nothing that I could say that could make you change your mind on whether or not being gay is a sin, or whether or not me practicing whatever is a sin. Like, there's nothing I can do that's going to change your mind, and so I don't think that that dialogue is really worth having. You know what I mean? Hi, Jacob! Why would she be uncomfortable if she believes your GF is a man? Wouldn't that be a straight relationship in your mind? The logic... you would... I know. But it's just sad. It's sad because, like, I don't have anything against Christians. I think that any religion, as long as it brings you peace and joy and comfort and like I said, brings you peace, because ultimately that's what religion is supposed to do, then I think you should be allowed to practice whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter as long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself. That's what I think. But it's not anybody's place to judge you for following a different religion, in my opinion. I don't blame Christians. I blame the people who use Christianity as an excuse to be assholes. So, I guess I just don't, like, I don't know. The logic to me just doesn't make sense. Like, in my opinion, and this may be unpopular, but my opinion is the human mind, like, you know, like, life is what you make it. That is my opinion on death as well. I feel that whatever you believe is what's real to you, if that makes sense. So if you are a Christian and you believe in heaven and hell and that judgment system, then that is what you are going to face when you pass. If you are an atheist and you believe that nothing is going to happen after you pass, then you will just enter a void. If you believe in, like, if you are a Nordic pagan and you believe in Valhalla, then that's where you will go. That's the judgment system you will be passed by when you pass. That is how I choose to come at the afterlife, and it's not for everybody, and I'm sure that for some people they don't feel that that is right, or that is not what feels good to them, and I don't feel that that is something, like, I don't care. Like, if they disagree with me, then that's totally fine. Like, you do you. That's what I think about everything. Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody else or yourself, then, like, if it brings you peace, then do whatever makes you happy. Like, do whatever brings you peace. Do whatever brings you peace with the concept of death and dying. As far as religion goes, I don't have any issues with Christianity, but I do have an issue with the people who use it to put down other people with this idea of purity, because I think it's just wrong. It's impossible as a human, in my opinion, to be pure. Humans are not inherently good or bad. I think that we have a little bit of both, which is why the concept of somebody else telling you that the way that you are born is bad is kind of dumb, because everybody is flawed, but some people will take it beyond others and just basically tell you to go fuck yourself. And I don't think that's okay. But that's not something that's inherent to Christianity. That's any religion. Anybody can do that. Anybody can take a religion and make you feel like shit for something they don't like. And I don't think that's cool. Sorry for that, Jacob. Sorry for that, Psycho. You guys popped in during a little rant. I'm very sorry. Welcome in. I just believe my neurosystem stops working completely when I die. My body will rot constantly with... Well, I mean, that is what will happen. That is just factual. I don't know. I choose to believe that the universe is kind, because that's what brings me peace. And if you find peace in the concept of brimstone and hellfire, then more power to you. But it's not your job to push that onto other people. Interestingly, to enter Valhalla, you need to die in battle or die from coitus. I did not know that. That's crazy. I knew about the battle one. I didn't know about coitus. Yep, because normal logic. Totally fair. Yeah. Drink water. Thank you. That shot of coffee helps my focus immensely. But that's my personal opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with religion inherently. I think it's the people who preach and twist it to try to keep control over other people and how they live their lives that are not great. That's it. I'm off my soapbox. Alright, let me read what Nero was ranting about up there, because he seemed very upset. Here we go. Why would she be uncomfortable if she believes your GF is a man? Wouldn't there be a straight relationship in your mind? The logic is flawed. That means either she accepts trans people are who they are, or she's just uncomfortable with you being an adult. You need to shove this info in her face. But I don't care. I don't care. Like, I just can't be bothered to argue about this anymore. With people that aren't going to change their mind. Like, it's just not worth it to me. I hope that after I die, I reincarnate into another world or reality. Maybe you will. I have heard that is like a quantum jump theory or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Isn't that it? When, like, your brain or your consciousness jumps to another reality when you die in one reality because you weren't prepared to die. That's right, I beg to argue. I fucking love to argue with bigots. I have more important things to do with my time than argue with somebody who's just not going to listen to me. Once you start to make cracks in the foundation, eventually the house will fall. They just get to choose if they want to be in the house when it does. But that's what I'm saying, though, is that so many of them, at least the people that I'm referring to, just choose to stay in the house. It doesn't matter how many facts you give them. It doesn't matter how many opinions you share, factual or not. They will choose to remain in their bubble of comfort. And I don't have the patience or time to argue with somebody that will refuse to change their mind, even when presented with evidence. You don't like my Doodle and Noodle title? No, I'm sorry, Psycho! I forgot to say hello! I'm so sorry! Doodle and Noodle, we are doodling and noodling. Thank you for popping in, Psycho, I'm sorry. No, a bad person was stuck in the falling house. That's how I sleep at night, yeah. Yeah, but you just lost so much of your time doing that. I don't know, why argue when nothing will change and it just pisses you off? Well, that's what I mean, is it's like, it's one thing if they are receptive, in my opinion. I will argue with you if I can see that I am making a difference. But if you choose not to, then I feel less inclined to argue with you. There's just, I have too much time. Like, I have too much to do. I have too much to do than waste my time on somebody who isn't going to change their mind on being a bigot. I redesigned my alien BOC jitters last night. Did you, Malware? Just keep the peace unless they attack you. That's how I handle shit. I think that it's a little, like, I stand up, or, like, I have a bad habit of, like, opening my mouth when I disagree with someone. Like, as much as I am touting, like, I try not to argue, if I am in a situation where somebody says some shit that I'm like, I do have a bad habit of opening my mouth and starting arguments. Because I don't like being on, I don't like seeing other people die on hills that they're uneducated about. It pisses me off a little bit. So I do have a tendency to get into arguments, particularly with my father, about topics like this. Monsense, ew! What are you, normal functioning person? And you know the change my mind guy? Vaguely, yeah. I don't know anything about him, though. Yeah, I have a question. What's up, Jacob? Sorry, I was drinking my coffee. Crowder? Yeah, he's a tool. Whoa! Damn! Strong words! You'd agree with me if you knew about him, Neon, trust me. When is the Smash tournament if a date has been decided? It has not been decided yet. I actually talked to one of my mods about it, and I was told to wait until the move happened so that I was not as stressed out. And as much as I hate to make you guys wait, I kind of agree. Also, the Smash tournament isn't going to happen until we hit 1K anyway, so unless I get 30 followers overnight, I think we're okay. So I saw a meme with him, and a girl was like, weed makes me horny. Next image showed us the sign I changed my own mind. Oh god. Wow. Smash tournament with Nintendo's netcode impossible. We're gonna try to do a Smash tournament. I don't know that I'm gonna do like any, I'm not sure that I can afford to do any prizes right now because I'm a little poor. But I was considering doing prizes and then doing other things for the 1K as well. But that is still on the table of things that I need to figure out when I have more time. We're gonna Smash together? Yes! Once we hit 1K. Tell your friends to come watch my channel. Come tell your friends to sit down and watch my channel. Do you think I would piss people off, like, if I pushed out that rant on my socials with the tag Christianity? He needs my main in Smash Bros, yeah. I don't know. I don't know who it was that brought this up to me. I think it was like Pixel. He was like, I would kick your ass in Smash Bros. I'm like, oh, I'm sure you could. I would bet you money I won't even make it out of the second bracket. Max to the Go. Please, Nintendo, make a new Punch Out. They won't do that. That's too violent. Man, thing's not done just like this fabled, but shut up! Okay, shut up! Shut up, you! Listen here! You don't know what you're talking about, you! Listen, fabled but not for! Listen, okay, you know what? You know what? You want to know what happened with the book? You want to know what happened? So I wrote it, right? I do have the first draft, and then I looked at it and I was like, this needs to change. And I couldn't figure out how I wanted the story to go. And so fast forward a couple years, and I'm like, I feel like writing my book again. And you know what? You know what happened? The only book that was fully fleshed out was the second one in my head. It was supposed to be a trilogy. The only book that got fully fleshed out in my brain was the second one. And so what ended up happening all these years later was I was talking to my girlfriend about, hey, I want to write the book, but I don't know what to do with it because I don't like the way that it's currently sitting. And the only book that I've really currently fully fleshed out is the second book. And she's like, why don't you just make the second book the only book? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you could still have the cold open that you want. You could still have the memory issues that you want. You would just be reliving the important moments from the first book in the second book. And I was like, fuck. Because yes, that would work. That would work. So I have to rewrite it. I have to rewrite it, the whole thing. And I have no spoons. And I have no time. I have to sit down and write it, though. I need to do it. You're right. I do need to. This is all just me yapping, but I do have to write my book. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I need to do it. But now what was supposed to be a trilogy is now a single book. Because I just don't have, I can't, the story only the second book is actually fleshed out and makes sense. And the second book is the one where the shit happens. The good shit happens. Fuck. No, I'm mad. I'm mad. How dare you? Having a fan of Nintendo series that gets games once every 10 years, and even that's a maybe. The people's voice, you shut up. When Neon gets loud and her mic cuts out. Hi again, it's... Writing's hard, then you write a few good paragraphs later out loud, and it sounds like a 5th grader wrote it, seemed to spend another 30 minutes fixing what you just wrote. Well, I mean, and that's why it took me so long. So the first book I wrote, and then I went to edit it, and I had a hard time editing it. So what I'm gonna do, what I'd like to do, is I will write the first draft, edit it, try to find an editor, and then try to get the manuscript published. But I have to fucking, like, actually sit down and write it all. It's a lot, okay? It's like everything else. I just have to sit down and do it, and I know I need to do it. And I'm just like, I have so many other projects going on, and I know that one's still on to the wayside, and I know that one should get the first priority pick. It's just taking me forever to get back to it. No, I don't have editor money. That's part of the problem. I don't have money to get any of my projects done. I don't have any money to get my model done for my debut. If I had money for an editor to, like, if I had an editor for the clips, I would pay them so I had more time so I could write my book. Just do it. Maybe I'll do that on my trip. I don't know. I say because I have art fight to do. I'm mad. Damn you, bringing up the book. Damn you! Damn you! For making me remember I have obligations and responsibilities. Damn you. That scared me like that with responsibilities. I had to be. What makes you so special? I will fucking have Hurst make room on my goddamn schedule to write. I will have her do it so that I will do it. I know I need to do it. I know it's on my list. I know. Fuck. Damn it. I'm mad. You make me mad. Not mad at you. I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me because I haven't done any. I'm mad at me because I haven't done any work on my book. I'm not mad. Look what you did. God damn it. Back to late nights writing, I guess. Malding. I don't know what that means. Jump scare, job application. Responsibility is such a terrible nightmare. It is a terrible nightmare. Shut up. Bad balding? Is that what that means? Got great news though. Oh yeah? I got my dream card. Nice! Basically, you're so mad you're going bald. I don't have that problem. My dad does, though. Dan, should I add to my rant in the ZZZ survey? I mean, I feel like as much feedback as possible. Oh, I see. Here we go. Let's read this. I think it would depend on what you added, because I feel like you pretty much covered it. What else would you add? How dare you? I actually looked up for my Discord stuff. Rude. Thing I've bitched about before. I don't think so. I mean, it looks like you pretty much covered everything. I don't know if you care about, like, bitching about the story, but I think you're definitely more suited for, like, the technical stuff. I don't know, I guess. I think you got everything. I think. It's oh god. Ford Falcon. It's an Australian exclusive car. I can't. Good. Yay. I guess? Yeah, no, I think you got it. You spelled Lycon wrong. I wasn't expecting you to look. What? Excuse you, who do you think I am? You think I just ignore my friends' DMs? Excuse you. Why is there a neon? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Box, how dare you? That's mean. Damn, I did. That's awkward. Cigar that goes fast and does the vroom vroom. One car go vroom vroom make me happy. You know what? If that's what makes you happy, me, I think that doesn't matter to me. As long as my car can get me from point A to point B and is shaped like it is small enough that I have a pretty big margin of error on the road, I'm happy. And it's got good gas mileage. I don't really complain. Can it get me from point A to point B safely and goodly? What do you want? What? Hi, Kit. How are you? I'm currently picking up on an old story of mine. Yeah? I'm gonna beat you all up. I'll beat y'all up. I want a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, I can give you a grilled cheese, Kit. I can make it on Texas toast. As far as running out of spouse, I mean the power of 20. Yes, I knew that. Not your cheese dip. You just want cheese on cheese on cheese. I see. I don't know why this finger is weird. But it is. Go. The story is called Ghost Fairy, yeah? Grilled cheese with tomato soup is something nobody has ever tried in Australia. Why is that? They just don't... It's just not normal over there, or...? Yeah, it's weird. It's gonna try. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, I don't really care for tomato soup anyway, but like, it's fine, in my opinion. It's alright with grilled cheese. Honestly, to be honest with you, I would rather just eat the grilled cheese on its own. But I do have the TISM palette, so... I cannot get the curve on this hand right, just because of how I did the knuckle. Should be fine. There we go. Perfect. Hey, tomato soup. It's alright. I feel like it's kind of bland. It doesn't really add anything to my grilled cheese. It just kind of waters it down a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Stretch! Alright. Should I care about the Angel of Delusion stuff, or I'm gonna hate it too? I actually thought it was pretty interesting. I don't know that you... I don't know. I think it depends on what you care about. If you care about, like, the old lore about, like, the Hollows and stuff, I think it's worth it. I mean, it's kind of mid, I guess. Better than 2.0. Definitely better than 2.0. I don't know. I thought it was enjoyable. I liked it. I think it's worth, like, at least giving it a shot, seeing what you think. It made me think that 3.0 was going to be a lot better, so I definitely think it was an improvement. So how does the robot get dizzy? Because she's an intelligent construct, so, you know, Billy can get dizzy. Excuse me. Or they mess up the robot. Oh yeah. The music is in mood. It's a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Lo-Fi. I highly recommend the game if you haven't played it, because I really like it. It's one of my favorite games, and it was fundamental to my development as a child, and I really liked it. It's really good. It was the first game that ever made me cry like a baby. I remember the first game that made me cry in mirror. Really? That's sad. First game that did that to me was Ghost of Tsushima, not of sadness, but of video. Yeah, I get that. That's fair. That's fair. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time in particular is still a very, like, important game to me. That's where my intro and outro music comes from, is it was not a remix, but like somebody made their own rendition of the Time Gear theme. It is very important to me. And in my new music for my debut, actually, I told the artist, I was like, hey, can you include this motif in the music because it's very important to me? They're like, yeah, sure. So it's it was very important to me growing up, and is still today. There's a fun little neon fact. I don't know if anybody knew that about me, about my music, but my new music anyway. You can listen for it when the debut happens eventually, when I am not poor and I can afford to get my model together. I'm currently working on a 3D model for it, just so I can do my debut. I feel really bad because I'd love to give the artist that made my 2D model the opportunity to shine through, but I just don't have the money for a good rigger. Not a good rigger, but like a rigger. One of my friends is working on learning how to do rigging stuff and offered to do it. I'm like, that's really nice, but it's really hard to rig because there's so many pieces. I plan on giving her money if I ever have the money. And I gotta go to bed. I got a big day. Or maybe close by. Sounds good. I hope you have a wonderful night and a good day tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be around tomorrow. I probably will take the day off. Just so that I have some buffer time to work on stuff, so. Okay, so I guess I'm playing Mini DDR and ZZZ now. I hope it gets difficult. I love rhythm games. It does! There is one track that I could not 3-star. That I tried. Then again, I was on my console, so maybe I could do it on my PC, but... Yeah, so I think I will take tomorrow off, guys. I think I just need a break before my trip. So I'm sorry if that is an inconvenience to anybody. I was hoping that I would be able to stream tomorrow, but I just don't. I think I need the rest based on how I'm currently feeling. But like I said, I will still have shorts posting on Friday. Excuse me. Ow. My wrist just... or my arm, my hand, I don't know. Something just a weird thing. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna dip early, guys. I am tired, and I need a break. I've been pushing myself a little too hard this week, I think. So I'm gonna head out for the day. But I appreciate you guys being here a ton. It does mean a lot, and I will see you all next Monday. Remember, if you're following me on my socials, I do have a clip going up today and on Friday. So keep that in mind, and hopefully I'll be able to make some more before my trip so that I can, get stuff uploading, but we'll see. Oh, I appreciate it, kid. I miss your face. We'll keep in touch. But I gotta head out. I gotta take a break for a bit. So, thank you everybody so much for coming. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all next week, probably. Bye-bye.